Oh, goodness. Hey, everybody. I'm home in Los Angeles. Woo! Haven't gotten ready for the day yet. But, hello, everybody. Just wanted to say hi. But I'm really excited because I've been going into the studio. I've been trying to write a new album, and I just barely started it. But I've been learning a lot about myself since I've been home from tour. And, learning that before I can create again, and before I can expect myself to create something new and great and wonderful and something that will touch people, I first have to discover myself again. And I think that's so important that we rediscover ourselves over and over and over again. Like I said, I got off tour. I wanted to stay busy. I don't like to have a ton of free time. It makes me anxious sometimes. But I've realized that it is so important to have free time, and that I need to be happy with that. I need to learn to be happy with just being me. And my mom is so smart, and she's so wise. And she said, when I was talking to her, I was like, "Mom, I don't know what to do. I have so much free time, and I can't write." And my mom said, "Lindsey, she said, you need to be okay with being normal." And I realized that I'm sometimes uncomfortable with just normal life because I feel like I always have to be going a million miles a minute. And I think a lot of people feel like this. And we replace self-worth with being busy. And we feel like if we're busy and if we're exhausted, if we're tired and we're working hard, then we have self-worth. But really, what gives us worth is just being ourselves and being people. And this is something I believe in and I stand for, and I realized I wasn't living it. So it's something that I feel like I used to be better at, and I need to rediscover that it's completely fine to just be me and to be simple, and I have to be okay with that before I try to go out and create something new. Because if I was to start creating right now, which I've been trying, and nothing good has happened yet as I've been in the studio. And I realized the reason nothing good is coming out of it is because I'm not comfortable being myself right now. I need to rediscover that. So I got a book. It's called The Gift of Imperfection, and the kind of synopsis of the book is let go of who you think you're supposed to be and embrace who you are. And it's a guide to wholehearted living. And a wholehearted life is about that. It's about being happy with who you are, and not about trying to be something great or extraordinary or trying to be something for somebody else. Because of course I want to be there for you guys. I want to be able to make something that you guys will love. I want to, it means so much to me when I meet you guys and you tell me that you're inspired by what I do. But at the end of the day, I can't solely write to impress other people. I have to know who I am first. And we all do. So anyways, I got this book, and I'm really excited to, rediscover the Lindsey that slightly, I've gotten a little disconnected from in the last, because I've been touring so much and giving so much of myself out. I need to spend some me time. Also, I bought this book that I'm very excited about. I just started it. It's called The Artist Way, and it's a spiritual path to higher creativity. So this book is about learning to be creative again. And I didn't know this when I bought it, but it's all about, I didn't realize how much of it would be about spirituality and about using yourself as a vessel of creativity. And I love it. It's so cool. I'm just going to read you guys a little, I don't even know where to start. But I love the idea that, a lot of religions, you talk about how God is the ultimate creator. And, He created the earth, He created us, and some people don't believe that, so if you don't believe it, that's fine. But I think it's really interesting that if God is the ultimate creator, He created us so that we could create. And we have the amazing ability to create life and to create our lives, but also we are creative beings, and this book talks about how every single person is creative, and that we block ourselves sometimes, but naturally, so a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm not creative, I'm not good at that." But I think everybody wants to be creative, and everybody wants to share and make make, whether it's art or whether it's writing or music or an idea and sharing ideas. Like, we are beings that were made to be creative. How cool is that? And God wants us to be creative, or, whatever you see as, and he says in here you can replace the word God with whatever you feel, if you want to call it the universe or energy. We all have creativity embedded within ourselves, and God is our collaborator in that. He wants us to reach out for help. He wants us to ask for help. And I just think this is so cool. And it even talks, like, I believe that when we die, we go somewhere. I don't think this life is the end of our existence. And I believe in an afterlife. And I actually have all my grandparents died within a year of each other. Like, all my grandparents were alive, and then about 2 years ago, like a year and a half, 2 years ago, like that summer and winter, all my grandparents died within like an 8-month period. And that was really hard for me, because I was pretty close to them. And the thing, though, that I think is amazing is that I believe they're still here. I believe they're still close, and I believe that they can still connect with us, and they can help me now. Even more so than they could before, because they were all very creative, whether they were writers or artists themselves, or like to sew. Like, I really know that now they can not only be with me and be at all my shows, but they also can direct me, and they can give me ideas. And there are creative collaborators, whether it's the creator himself or whether it's our ancestors or ones that have passed on who, maybe they were too afraid, and, maybe some of these people that have passed on were too afraid to unlock their creativity in their life, or maybe they didn't have YouTube and, Periscope and all the tools around them to create like we do today. And so maybe they didn't have the opportunities, but it doesn't mean they didn't have ideas and they didn't have talents. And so I just think it's an amazing thought to think that my creativity isn't just from me. And I've always known that, but it's nice to be reminded that yeah, my creativity, it's not all about me. It's about connecting with the creator, the ultimate creator, and allowing him to help me be what he knows I can be. He created us to create, and there are so many people in this life that can help us, but also they are helping us from around. Some of you might think I'm really weird. I'm just in like a stream of consciousness right now, and I'm thinking a lot. I want to read you a couple things, or just maybe something from this book. And it talks about how creativity is an act of faith. It says, "We were always led both by the great Creator and by those who have gone before us, treading their artist's way and loving the same art forms we do. Higher powers stand ready to help us if we ask. We must remain ready to ask, open-minded enough to be led, and willing to believe despite our doubts of belief. Creativity is an act of faith, and we must be faithful to that faith, willing to share, to help others, and to be helped in return." Yeah, I think, and I've said before that when I'm on stage sometimes, I feel like I literally glow because I'm so happy. I'm so happy, and there's moments on stage when I look up and I see the audience and I see the smiles of you guys, and it makes me be like, I just feel so overwhelmed and so blessed, and I'm like, I can't believe that I'm doing this and this is my life. And in that moment, as I'm doing what I love, and I feel almost spiritual as I'm on stage playing dubstep music, but it's a spiritual experience because I feel like I'm doing what I was created to do. And when I'm in the studio, I get nervous, and I almost block my own creativity. I kind of block because I'm afraid, and I'm afraid of what's going to come out of it, or if people will like it, or I think as I'm writing it, I'm like, this is stupid, this is really dumb, this is really bad. And he talks in here about how, let me find it, but he talks about how we all have a sensor in us it's not a good sensor. It blocks, and before we can even let an idea fully form, then we block it and we say, oh, it's no good. And sensors, and it's interesting because as I was reading this, I was thinking about, he's saying we have to learn to stop that sensor and tell it, no, it's not a bad idea. And I thought to myself, wow, this is the same way when I when I had an eating disorder, I had a voice inside my head that told me lies every day, every moment. Everything I did, it would tell me, you're not good enough, you're ugly, you're fat, just all these lies that I would hear from this voice inside my head. And part of my recovery and part of what allowed me to be free from my eating disorder was I had to learn to block that. And I had to learn to not only block it, but tell it, no, you're lying to me. And I realized that the same way I've learned to block that voice out of my life and believe what I want to believe, I can block my creative censor. I can block this thing that's telling me, no, your ideas are stupid and you're not good enough. And I think a big part of it is learning that, art. I've never felt that my music came from my own head. I've always felt that it came from God, but I have to reinvigorate that faith and realize that, if it's meant to be, He will inspire me. And anyways, I've just had a really cool morning because instead of fighting the fact that I have some free time and trying to fill it with like all kinds of random activities and just being busy to be busy, I decided I need to take some time for myself and enrich my brain and learn, and it's been really cool. I'm really excited about it. So I'll continue to let you guys know what I learn, and yeah, I'm excited. Anyways, I love you guys, and I hope you guys know that every single one of you is creative. Every single person is creative. Every single person has gifts. Every single one of you, as I've learned, because I've met so many of you, and I have seen your smiles, I've seen your beauty, I've seen the light in your eyes, and also many of you have shared with me your gifts and talents through paintings or giving me CDs or sharing with me links to your videos, and you guys have so much talent, and I'm going to continue to dig deeper. I want to just dig deeper within myself to discover what this next album is going to be, and also to discover what kind of person I have become, because I sometimes think we forget where we are and who we are, and we lose sight of some of the things that are most important. So I'm rediscovering what's most important for my life, and really, of course, that it always comes down to people. When I first got off tour, I didn't know what to do because I had so much I didn't even have that much free time. I just didn't know what to do because on tour, you have a purpose every single day. I have meetings, I have, we have meet and greet, I have sound check, I have, there's just so many things to do every day on tour. We're traveling, and at the ultimate, I put on a show at the end of the night. And then when I got home, suddenly I didn't have a lot of direction, and I just felt like I was a little bit lost, and I called my mom, and my mom is so smart, and I said, Mom, I just don't feel like I have a purpose. Like, I have no purpose right now, I used to have a purpose when I was on tour. And she said, Lindsey, your purpose is to be a good human being. Like, everything else, like, it's not your accomplishments that make you a good person. It's not your achievements that give you self-worth. And I realized I've gotten a little bit lost. Because, and I think it's so easy to mix up the two, to confuse how many likes you get on your Instagrams and how many, or how many people follow you on Twitter. Like, I was thinking about it. I was like, junior high would be so hard right now, because you literally can see how many people like and dislike or follow you, and how many people follow your friends. And that stuff is all just, that's not really what gives you value, though. All those things are extra, but really being a good person, and having a connection to your own spirituality, whether it means you just believe in positive energy or whether you believe in God, that's what gives you worth and gives you purpose and gives you value, is because that's what allows you to be the kind of person. It's not about the achievements. Anyways, I'm totally rambling. I'm so sorry. I'm amazed that you guys are all still here listening, but I just wanted to share that because I've been thinking about it and reading about it all morning, and I just feel very inspired and excited, and I'm excited for this little journey that I'm going to go on, and and see how it affects, most importantly, the kind of person I am, but also, see how it affects what I create, because, at the end of the day, that's the gift that God has given to all of us. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Anybody have any questions? Since I've just been rambling and I haven't been paying attention to you. Oh, you love my rambling. Thank you. Stay strong. I will stay strong. I feel really confident about, just the steps I'm making to discover Lindsey again. And I hope you guys all remember that you can discover yourselves. Slash and Lindsey playing Phantom Live. Yes, I hope so. Yeah, we're gonna come to Houston. I'm taking a year off of touring. I'm gonna do some festivals and one-off shows here and there. But I'm taking a year off touring so that I can write an album and so I can kind of rediscover myself as a person, and also just do any goals that I have. I have a lot of goals, and I realized I've only been focusing on touring, and I noticed a lot of people being like, Lindsey's changed, and no, I haven't changed. I'm the same person. I'm just continuing to work on myself, and I apologize that my videos haven't been this, as Lindsey like, or I've been trying to do, so I've been spreading myself too thin. So I haven't changed, and I'm sorry if you guys feel that way. I'm working on new videos right now. Ooh, which one should I do first? Do you guys like Night Vision or Heist or Swag? I don't know if Firefly will be on my new album. I'm deciding. Maybe let me know if you guys think it should be on the new album. Swag, Heist, Night Vision, Swag. Wow, lots of swags. Okay. Oh, Night Vision. Wow, it looks like it's pretty. Actually, it looks like I can't tell. You guys all have. I see them all coming up. So I've seen a lot of swag though. But I have to say, I do have a really good idea that I'm really excited about for Night Vision and Heist. Well, actually, I have a good idea for all three. I just have to figure out which one to do first. Swag, then Firefly. I have to think of a good idea for Firefly. You love my hair? This is morning hair and makeup. Oh, I got a little bit left over from last night, but yeah, you gotta be real. You gotta. This is just Lindsey. Good night, Germany. Someone said good night. Is there a future club with Tyler again? Possibly. Anyways, you guys are awesome. I'm gonna peace out. Oh, Gavi's doing good. I saw him the other day. I appreciate everybody who's been wearing and posting your We Are Gavi shirts. I know that really brightens his day because he doesn't have a lot of energy, but he's doing okay. Every time I see him, he's looking better, and he's a little bit stronger. But he's gonna have to do it all over again. He made it through his first round of chemo, and he's gonna start a second round, hopefully the end of this week, and that'll make him feel not good again, and then he'll hopefully, it's like this kind of a cycle. But he's doing okay. They say he's gonna be fine afterwards. It's just hard to go through. Anyways, yay, Ash! I'm glad you love your shirt. I love my shirt too. We are Gavi. Anyways, I'll have to go visit him again and Periscope with Gavi, but I love you too, Santa Ana. Kiss to Brazil. Mwah! Okay, guys, I love you so much. Thanks for listening to my ramble. You guys are awesome, and have a wonderful creative-filled day and week.